Hey everyone, have you ever wondered what will happen if the moon was just 10% closer? Look out your window tonight. The moon looks pretty cozy up there, right? It sits at a comfortable 384,000 kilometers away, minding its own business. But what if tomorrow morning you woke up and the moon had suddenly drifted 10% closer? It doesn't sound like a lot. In the vastness of space, 10% is a rounding error. You would get a gorgeous view. The moon would look roughly 11% larger and shine significantly brighter, turning midnight into a hazy twilight. But you wouldn't have long to admire the view, because by breakfast, humanity would realize we just entered a global survival horror movie. See, gravity is a bully and it loves the inverse cube law. When you bring two celestial objects closer, gravity doesn't just increase linearly, it multiplies exponentially. By pulling the moon 10% closer, its gravitational grip on Earth doesn't increase by 10%, it shoots up by roughly 37%. And the first thing that notices? Our oceans. Global tides would instantly become 37% higher and more violent. Twice a day, massive walls of water would surge inland, shallowing coastal cities. High tides would no longer be a time to walk on the beach. It would be a daily natural disaster. London, New York, Tokyo, permanently waterlogged. But ocean water is just the warm-up back. The moon's new aggressive gravity would start pulling on something much heavier, the Earth's solid rocky crust. Yes, Earth tides are a real thing. The ground beneath your feet already rises and falls a few centimeters every day. But with a 37% power boost, the moon is now forcefully kneading the earth like a bread dough. This consistent flexing creates immense friction and pressure underground. Fault lines would snap, sleeping volcanoes would wake up with vengeances. We're talking unpredicted global earthquakes and volcano eruption firing off simultaneously. If you thought the floods were bad, wait until the ground beneath you decides to play hopscotch. It gets worse. As the earth spins beneath this massive new tidal bulge, the ocean friction acts like a giant brake pedal on our planet's rotation. Our days would begin to lengthen, slowing down our 24-hour cycle. Even crazier, the moon would drag our atmosphere along with it, creating hypervelocity apocalypse windstorms that would rip across continents at hurricane speeds. So, would a 10% drop destroy the planet? No. The Earth would survive, and eventually, over millions of years, the moon would actually push itself back out to its original spot. But for humanity, life would become a chaotic, flooded, earthquake-ridden mess. We'd have to abandon our coast, build earthquake-proof domed cities, and get used to a sky dominated by a giant glowing orb. It turns out the moon is exactly where it needs to be. So tonight, look up, appreciating the view, and be very glad of that 384,000 kilometer buffer zone. Thanks for watching and hit the subscribe unless you want the moon to get any closer.